All right, everybody, welcome to our final evening program of First Session. No. All right, so tonight we're going to just share a few memories of the session. We're going to acknowledge some people for some accomplishments and milestones here at camp, and we're going to finish up with our traditional candlelight ceremony. So I'd like to invite, first of all, Gustav and Goose to come on down and join me.
All hail Emperor.
The revolution is coming, my friend. Be patient. Well, now, Uncle Natty, we had quite the session. We were chatting about this afternoon, like what we're going to talk about, because in this situation, obviously, the session was a little bit different than we're normally used to. Some things that we didn't normally do, we did, and things that we normally did, we didn't do. And, normally this would be the time we get up here and just talk a little bit about program. And I guess what we really want to kind of take a moment to think about here is the trip that we've taken together since we got this thing started. And let's go back. Let's go way back here, guys. Let's think about here, all right? Before you ever even got to camp. All the hoops we had to jump through to get here. You think about, the COVID tests that we all had to get, or maybe we had to get a vaccine, or, we had to keep, our parents had to keep inputting emails every day, that kind of thing. But then we finally get on property, and what will be, I will say, one of the most efficient drop-off days.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Go!
Take two! Directing traffic, superstar Nick from Alaska.
P1 and waving.
I can honestly say that the entire day the drop-off was happening, I kept waiting for the storm to hit.
Yeah.
And it just never did. It just stayed smooth the whole day through, which is amazing.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day for everybody. Very nice. Your golden cones are coming. Yeah, don't get too. Look out! I think I might have done damage there. And then we were off to the races, and of course the first week we discovered just what it truly takes to serve a meal in under 20 minutes. That's not the dream team. Yes. People didn't believe it. They didn't believe it was possible. They were never going to run a sub 2-hour marathon, and they were never going to do a sub 20-minute meal. But by God, we got there. And so more people.
Behind shower curtains.
Right, behind shower curtains. That's right. And obviously we had some special program that first week, going to the waterfront a lot, which was great.
So that's actually a really important and big point. Is I actually just want to say thank you to all of you guys, because we threw a very unique program at you guys, especially in that first week, and you guys did a really great job making it work, helping us make it work, and for the most part from our side it looked like everyone was enjoying it. We had the liberation rotation in the afternoon instead of our period 4, which is the boating, swimming, and the tears of joy, as it was dubbed midweek. And then the evening program, sort of trying to make up for not having our regular free swim. We had you guys in the library rec room, down at riflery, tower, athletic fields, archery, and you guys just did a really great job in helping us keep the cohort separate, making that first week a lot easier than it could have been.
Yeah, remember when it was hot? Yeah, it was hot. And then some of us were wishing, boy, I sure hope it would cool off at some point. And you got your wish.
We went complete opposite.
But this is the great part about being at camp. Come super hot weather, come rain, the show always goes on. And that was really gratifying to see that although it rained a lot, you would never know it by the energy in camp. It was absolutely fantastic, even in the worst of our weather. And the program kept going. I was taking people water skiing. in 55-degree weather. Yeah, that's amazing. It's great stuff that I cannot wait to tell the outside world so they can look at me and say, where do you work? So, you know, those kinds of things. Of course, we had our nitro. Yes, absolutely.
Always a big hit.
Always a big hit. Yeah, Olympic Day.
Olympic Day
Massively.
really spirit again. We give a round of applause to the green team that took Olympic Day by winning the Apache relay at the end of the night.
Yes.
Great effort there.
Probably one of the most dramatic Apache relays we've ever had.
Don't get Mark chasing you.
Yeah,
You're
orange
never gonna.
Oh my
You
God.
know, Mark can catch anyone.
Super speed guy. And yeah, so we had all of those things, and of course, you know, we had, you know, all of our great programs around camp that we always love and do. And I just think, I would say, personally speaking, the best part, all of it, not to get too sentimental here, but just the very fact of waking up every day and being able to once again spend it with you guys on this property was reward alone. Just wonderful to be back and with all of you guys in this environment, outdoors, away from Google Meets and Zooms and Google Classrooms and back with people. And the work that all of you guys did in week 1, so we could have a week 2 and week 3 the way we did, was just absolutely fantastic.
And then just to prove how badly we all needed the in-person.
Yeah.
Show of hands, who actually joined some of our Zoom activities last year versus the
I won trivia.
total amount that we have when it's in
Right.
person.
Yeah, trivia. Last year.
Yeah.
The trivia. The Kahoot.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh, shoot,
Kahoot.
we
I
didn't tell
was
Kelly.
dominating.
Yeah, the Kahoot.
No, I was
So, and you know, it's just been a great session of program. Everybody out there participating at 1,000%, and we are so proud to have been a part of that. So thank you for that.
Pretty normal for a
Yeah.
COVID world.
Yeah.
Michelle, period 1, 2, and 3 stayed, except for our rainy days, stayed pretty much exactly the same as any other year, which
We didn't think that was going to happen 6
Yes!
months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah!
We did it!
All right.
They go Madonna.
Oh yeah, we can't forget drip check.
and then we had the LITs running EP for us there.
Yes, LIG! Yeah.
You guys will get another 10-second session.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, we did mosquito.
I think it might have been the hottest mosquito night.
Right. We normally do a mosquito in the rain, but for some reason, I guess we just didn't have enough rainy nights to get that done.
Yeah.
So we did it.
Sometimes the program just writes itself.
Yeah, I don't know. There it is. But
Yeah.
just a fantastic time, guys.
Big thank you to everyone again for making this such a great session in terms of program.
Yeah.
You guys were awesome.
Yeah, and a big, huge shout obviously goes out to all of our staff who have been working tirelessly this session to show you guys the time of your lives. Thank you. Well, that goes without saying. Yeah. Aim
So
to-
one of the things we were concerned about was being able to run frog to mixed cohorts at some level, but I think it was a lot of creativity went into making this program as normal as possible and to still have a broad competition, which we're not going to really know the results tonight, are we?
Well, no. There's still a couple of points that I have not put on, and then of course tomorrow will be our big ping pongathon final, which is Benny Krellin.
Yeah!
there you go, buddy.
Jimmy McKay. Facing off in that final tomorrow. We'll see how it pans out.
So that's going to have a major bearing on the outcome.
May very much.
All right, so we're going to have a assembly tomorrow for other awards, which will include the unveiling of the champion of this session's frog competition.
Orange.
What are the odds?
Timmy, who are you representing? What team? You're representing green? Benny, what are you representing?
Orange!
Congratulations to everybody who moved on in that ping pong tournament, semifinals and beyond. Good job.
Saw some really, really great games over the last week. So you can all be proud of what you've done in that as well. Even if you didn't quite make it, you guys did a good job.
Great.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Goose, why don't you stick around here? Okay. If I could have the Bill men that I spoke with the other day, which would be Moohead, Lasco, Hippo, Goose, and Dookie. So each of the folks standing up here with me has been associated with William Lawrence Camp for at least 10 years, known as Bill men. And there are others in the crowd here, Jim and Ann, Nesky. What's so important about William Lawrence Camp and the continuity of our program and our energy and our community and our spirit is having people that stick with us year after year after year. So we have a couple of milestones we acknowledge. The first one is called Bill Larry Boy, which means you've been here for 5 years, whether as a camper or as a staff, 5 years. And we're going to acknowledge a number of Bill Larry Boys tonight. Now let's remember also that if you were here in 2019 and you came back in 2021, you get credit for 2020. So some people would be Bill Larry Boys this year, and others might have been last year, but are back this year to get acknowledged. So we have a whole bunch of guys. And these guys are going to kind of present to you the tokens of appreciation, which we will show you are first of all a special T-shirt, a Bill Larry Boy T-shirt, and then. So here's the T-shirt here, but yes, indeed, we give you this really nice T-shirt that says Bill Larry Boy. Everybody should want that.
Yeah.
And then we also have a patch, a Bill Larry Boy patch, which we put in a nice frame with the year and the name of the person, the recipient of the Bill Larry Boy acknowledgement. So let's see. All right, so actually, Alex Levitt, come on down. All right, dude, carry on.
So, I've had, for starters, the luxury of having Alex in my cabin this year for his Bill Larry Boy. He's come a long way from being a two-year junior, two-year middler, right?
Oh, I think so. I really lost track.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
He's been a wonderful kid. I've always seen him have a positive attitude, both this year and from what I can remember in years past. He's always been willing to help, and just overall a great guy. And I really do hope to see him for 5 more. Thank you.
Why don't you go ahead?
Max Kalinichenko.
So Max has probably one of the weirdest distinctions out of any camper at this camp, in that he is the closest to the Duke of Dorchester out of anyone in this camp. Hailing from Jamaica Plain, which is a district right by where I actually live. So he and his brother have the wonderful distinction of getting that. I've had Max this year in my cabin, and I remember him having always a smile as a junior, and that smile never seemed to go away. he would always find something to do, or he was always trying to do something to entertain himself. But I've seen a lot of him this year, and I hope to see a lot more of him in the future.
Medium. There you go.
Max.
Okay. Evan Henning, come on down.
It may seem trivial to say, but I do have to at least remark the fact that when Evan first came in here, he was, I'm probably remembering it wrong, but about yay big. And it seems like every year he comes back, oh my God, he's getting bigger. Evan from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Yes, Jersey! Yes! I'm kind of close to New York, I'll take it.
I mean, even the greatest people, nobody's perfect. Listen. I'll get a little quick Q&A. Evan, let's talk about, what do you remember from your first year?
I remember I was very, very nervous. Again, the first year being on a sleepaway camp board. Very hard.
What turned the corner on it and made you come back the next year and obviously all the years after that?
It was just the first year. It was a unique experience for me. Being away from electronics and whatnot. I met a lot of new people, friends. And yeah.
I talked to a lot of staff members about you before we got to tonight, and I said, you know, what would be the one thing you would say about Evan? And there was one word that everybody kept coming back to. It's just the absolute kindness that is within your character. And for a young man of your age, I don't want to say that's rare, but it's certainly not all that common. And it is a situation where I recognized it too, and I was looking for some other things, but everybody kept coming back to, just a great guy, just one of the nicest, kindest people you'll ever get to meet. And I think you've really contributed to the community in that way, and it's just been a thrill watching you grow here. So congratulations, Evan, for 5 years, and here's the 5 more. It's a medium. Okay, you got to work for it. Congratulations. All right.
All right, Charlie White.
There you go. Charlie White, everybody. Hailing from Auburndale, Massachusetts. This is his 6th year. 6th year. Because last year would have been his 5th, but unfortunately, could not be here. We could have not. But, like Goose said with Evan, I remember Charlie. He was yay big, now he's taller than me. Now we're standing on even ground. He's always been a great guy, always smiling, always laughing. Sometimes a little quiet, but when he gets excited, he gets real excited. Look at him, he's so excited right now. Anyway, he's got a great sense of humor and a proud member of the green team. Here's the 5 more. Charlie White. What? Oh, I've got another.
Jack Regino. All right, fellas, it's okay.
Stop taking photos.
Jack Regino, everybody.
Yeah!
This is his 5th year, also from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Yes!
Jersey.
Yes!
You know that?
Jack has a great sense of humor. We can go back and forth all day, talking about absolutely nothing. How does that make you feel?
Real good and sad.
Hopefully he's here for another 5 more. It'd be great to be on staff with you.
Yeah!
here, in his 5th year, is from Boston.
Yeah, Boston!
I had the absolute pleasure of having Griffin in my unit this year, and he's been such a joy. All right? He's always the light of the unit. Just biggest smile, always has the best sense of humor. He's always in the challenge course, just hanging around. Doesn't even want to climb. He's just there to make everyone laugh, and he always brightens my day. So happy to get to know him. Thank you for 5 years. Here's to 5 more.
Joe Ackerman.
Joe here is from Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut. Yeah.
His 5th year as well. I had Joe in my cabin this year, and I was so lucky to have him because he's such a natural leader. All right, everywhere he goes in the unit, he's always with a ton of friends of his, always just having the best time of his life. Everyone in the unit loves him. Everyone in the camp also knows and loves him. It's been so great to get to have him in my cabin. Thank you for 5 years. 5 more.
Yeah, Joe!
Jack Sarson.
Yes.
Big Midler.
Oddly big middle.
Jack is also from Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut. Yeah.
Way back when, back in 2017, I had Jack as a camper.
Awesome, Kevin!
Yeah!
Go!
From that cab.
Yeah.
And now this year, he's my co-counselor. And so I had, in these 2 summers of getting to be with Jack and getting to know him in the past couple of years as a camper, he's so reliable. He's always right there. Always if I ask him to do something, he's right on top of it. He's such a great hand to have in the cabin, in the unit. So glad to have gone to have him. Here's to 5 more summers.
Clemens Summerskill.
So, this is Clemens. He's from Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I want to do a little bit of an experiment. So, could you please raise your hand if Clemens Summerskill brought you to camp?
Yes.
For those of you watching at home, there's about 10 or 15 hands up right now. And beyond the fact that his dad is on the board of trustees, I think that also speaks to the fact that Clemens is the most outgoing guy I know. He is friends with literally everyone he meets. Natural born leader, great guy to have in the senior unit now, started as a junior, now senior. Big man on campus, literally. Here's 5 more.
TV's on.
Willem Speck.
Willem Speck, also from my hometown of Cambridge, Massachusetts. In fact, lives even closer to me than Max does to the Duke. Speck has the distinction of being in my cabin as a junior, and I remember him as being so full of energy and just so inquisitive and curious about everything going on around him, always wanting to get involved with things, always asking questions about what's going on. I don't know what happened over the last 5 years, but hopefully in 5 more we'll turn it around.
Patrick O'Brien.
Patrick O'Brien, not from my hometown, but close enough. Haverhill, Massachusetts. Yeah! Podrick was also in my cabin when he was a junior, and I have kind of a funny story. It's a little embarrassing, but hopefully after 5 years he can take it. So, Podrick, as a junior, loved milk. Still does. Every breakfast, he could put away half a gallon of milk. Come back to the cabin and be like, Peter, I don't feel so good. Then at the end of camp, he revealed to me that he was lactose intolerant. Since then, he's grown a little bit. He's a great guy, always smiling, clearly just loves life. I've never seen him not enjoy something. It's great energy to have at camp for the past 5 years, and here's 5 more.
All right, let's hear it for all these guys.
Yeah, he's sitting next to me.
Willingness, loyalty, comradeship, and sportsmanship. Nicknamed the William Lawrence Camp Spirit. Each activity, each game, each experience has WLCS woven in. To celebrate these ideals, every year we select campers from each unit who best represent each of them.
Alright, so first up we have willingness. The first award, willingness is a conscious decision to stand up and lend a hand. When asked for a volunteer, the willing boy steps forward. He performs any task with enthusiasm, not with half-heartedness. He devotes himself to the task and sees it through to its end, and encourages others to do the same. At William Lawrence, willingness is the first cornerstone of WLCS. The leaders we strive to create meet every challenge with willingness. We encourage each camper to approach their lives and everything they do with joy, excitement, and dedication. The Willingness Award is given to that camper who best embodies this philosophy in their lives here at camp.
I know that guy.
So, this kid, I think the first 2 words he said to me at camp were, "I'm homesick." And since then, I haven't heard those 2 words again. This is a kid who, when we do inspection in the morning, finishes his job, I say, okay, I guess you can go way outside. He's like, no, I want to do someone else's job. I'm like, okay. This is a kid who, on Olympic Day, got signed up for an activity, he's a junior, mind you, against 3 other seniors, and held his own, and beat a couple of them. This is a kid who will do anything I need him to, has never complained about anything. I'm so happy to have him in my cabin and in my unit, and I couldn't be prouder of how far he's come. Pete Richmond.
That's my camper.
I know that.
I know that.
I thought that was funny.
So, for willingness, I had this guy in my cabin, and one of the first things he says to me is that he loves to waiter, and that's something that I don't really hear all that often, and that sort of mentality of going out to do something to serve others, he took back with him everywhere that he goes. Always was helping out during inspection, always giving everything in the sports that he took. He signed up for some classes that he wasn't really too enthusiastic about, but I check in later in the week, and he was just having the time of his life. So can I get Noah Wiener down here? And in the senior unit. This guy might be the most willing boy I know. Now, I may say that every year, but I mean it this year. He was a joy to have in the unit. He was a joy to have in Walker Cabin.
Yeah.
Always smiling, always friendly, always doing the right thing, willing to do the right thing. Claudio, come on up.
Our next award is loyalty. Loyalty is standing by your friends, family, and principles, even when it might be unpopular to do so. Loyalty can often be socially demanding and require stamina, but without loyalty, a person may go through life with no allies. Loyalty is one's ideals is also important. If you change yourself to please the group, eventually you will have no identity. At camp, loyalty is the second cornerstone of WLCS. Loyal and true are the boys of white and blue. Loyalty is a large component in building the William Lawrence Camp family.
This is an award I struggled to figure out who to give to. There were just so many great guys in the junior unit, but eventually one really stood out from the rest. He's been so loyal to his friends. He's always helping someone. I see him at the challenge course a lot. He's been great for encouraging kids to get in there. Want to learn how to belay so he could help get people up on the challenge course. So great in the cabin, so great in the unit. Very loyal to his Brog team, which is not the green team, but that's okay. Julian Wood, come on down.
He's on my team. Julian.
I know that. I know that kid.
For the Midlers, for loyalty, this was a real easy decision. We were thinking about it, we came to this guy. I asked my co-counselors about it. They all gave an astounding yes. I asked everyone else in the unit, absolutely yes. I asked other people from across the unit and central staff, seal of approval from all of them. Incredibly loyal to camp, to friends, to anything around. Everyone loves him because he'll have your side. You know he's got your back. So can I get Joe Leedsey? Yeah!
Also my campus.
I know that guy. I said hello to him.
And in the senior unit. This guy might be the most loyal guy I know. I'm serious.
Too loyal.
This guy is loyal to the camp, to his cabin, to his Brog team, green team. To his ideas, to his chants, to his beliefs, and might be the best co-captain I can have, Carl!
The Kershaw special.
Yeah, Carl.
Yeah, Joe. That's other man. Yeah, Carl. Yeah, Joe.
It's true that comradeship means being a friend to both friend and stranger by making him laugh, making him smile, and bringing cheer to where there may have been none. However, comradeship moves beyond being kind to your buddy. When a man has wronged another or sent him down the wrong path, a true friend will step in and tell him, "You are in the wrong. You need to make it right." Sometimes the people that challenge us the most are the ones who are in need of friendship. At William Lawrence Camp, comradeship is our third cornerstone. In building the leaders of tomorrow, comradeship plays a large part of our community. At camp, we celebrate random acts of kindness to our fellow camper and attempt to be a friend to all. The Comradeship Award is given to the camper in each unit who exemplifies this ideal.
Everything Gustav just said is true about this guy. This guy was not only friends with every single person in the unit, always making us laugh, always bringing us together for teams around the campfire, whatever. He was also a great mediator, which is really impressive in someone as young as he is. Always reaching out to the person who's maybe on the outside of the group, maybe not right in the middle with him, but always going the extra mile to bring everyone in. Really just a great help to me, especially in the unit. Emery Davis.
My camper.
I know that guy.
So, comradeship in the Middlers, we did kind of have a tough time thinking about this one. Because, the Middlers this year, all of them were so close. You couldn't find one person who wasn't friends with another person who wasn't also friends with this other person. But when we thought about it, a name came up and we all realized that, yeah, this guy, he's the friendliest guy in the unit. Alright? He's always right next to his friends, always there for them, helping out whenever he was needed. We went on a trip, spirits were always good, just helping out everyone on that trip. Can I get Hunter Carter up here, please? And in the senior unit. This guy.
Go.
Might be the biggest comrade I know. He was great to have in the unit this year. Always smiling, always greeting people, juniors, middlers, seniors, staff, central staff, whoever it might be. He's friends with them all. Alex, come on now.
work out with me.
Good comrade.
What's going on? What's going on? I'm confused.
Sportsmanship in the game is playing your hardest. The sportsman plays fair, plays for the enjoyment of the game with enthusiasm and vigor. When things don't go his way, the sportsman accepts it and moves on. Sportsmanship is bolstering teammates, especially after they've made mistakes. At the end of the game, win or lose, the good sport congratulates the other team and thanks them for the competition that day. However, sportsmanship only just begins when you step off the field. Sportsmanship in life is following the golden rule. Do unto others as you wish others to do unto you. As in this world, we are all on the same team. Sportsmanship is our fourth WLCS cornerstone. At camp, the only person you truly play against is yourself. The Sportsmanship Award goes to that camper who understands that a game is not played for the outcome, but for the journey.
In the junior unit,
Yeah.
this guy is a great sportsman.
Okay.
Brought a ton of energy, a ton of hype to every team he was on, regardless of the game, especially the green team. Let's go. Always hyping everybody up. But even maybe after a game didn't go his way, still bringing the energy, still bringing the hype, just moving right on to the next thing, pushing through it like a champ. Our respect.
For the Midlers, the Sportsmanship Award is going to a guy who he's such a great guy. Every single day that I see him just walking around the unit, in his program, in his classes, over in the dining hall, big old smile on his face. You know, I'd ask him how his day is going, and just pouring rain, and he would just say, "Oh, it's been going great." He just had the time of his life, always taking everything in stride, even when things weren't going his way. We went on a really cold and rainy canoe trip, and he's just sitting there having the time of his life. And unfortunately, he can't be here tonight, but the Sportsmanship Award goes to Oliver Damon.
And in the senior unit, this guy might be the biggest sport I know. Proud member of the green team. Let me take a step back. Alex, proud member of the green team. A few years ago, I played him in chess. Who won? He won, believe it or not. I'm not very good at chess. After the game, he said, "Good game, Hippo." And I thought to myself, that was not a good game. He crushed me. He was a middler at the time, and he still crushed me. And then again this year, he's playing a sport, playing an EP, makes excellent defensive play. I wish I could have seen it. And he says, "I'm sorry," to the guy he just knocked down. What a sport. Green team. Charlie White, get on back.